So this is literally my oasis. Hey guys, it's Rhea Michelle, and welcome to yet another beautiful day that God has blessed us with. I know that we're now in a new year and we're leaving some of the old stuff behind, and a lot of people are probably starting fresh, just trying to make sure that this year is better than last year by developing new habits. Some of you may have created New Year's resolutions, which honestly, y'all might want to just throw those in the trash because New Year's resolutions, we already know how those go. Oh, I'm going to lose 50 pounds this year. And then some random holiday comes up and y'all decide, oh, we're going to go barbecue for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And then that just gets thrown in the trash. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to go on to more of the topic that we want to discuss is making sure that we find rest during this year. I know last year a lot of you probably had to go through a lot of different things that affected your mental health, affected your physical health, whether you were stressing about your finances and getting anxiety over that probably brought up your blood pressure. It could have even led to different things like heart disease or strokes, and we do definitely want to avoid that. You could have taken on more physical labor by trying to take on an extra job so you could keep your finances stable. Of course, a lot of us had children who were at home, and because you couldn't send them to school, now you had to figure out, okay, I need to be able to take care of my children. I also need to be able to make sure that they're doing their schoolwork, and I have to go to work because we have to support the household somehow, you know? And whether you were balancing those things out with your spouse or with somebody else who was supporting you, it was a lot. Doing all of those things and making those adjustments were a lot. It was a lot on us mentally, it was a lot on us physically, and it probably was a lot on us spiritually because we were wondering, why am I having to go through all this stuff? You probably saw that last video that I made where why do bad things happen to good people? Feel free to check that out if you haven't already. I'll put that in the top here. But you guys, I want to make sure that you know that rest is important for you. We all have heard it from an early age, but our Creator, God, when He was creating everything, you'll see in the book of Genesis, He even had to find a day where He rested. So because we're made in the image of God and the likeness of Him, we, of course, as His creation, also have to find rest. And that means finding rest for yourself physically and mentally, of course, and also finding rest for yourself spiritually. Because in Jeremiah 31:25, it says, "For I have satiated the weary soul, and I have replenished every sorrowful soul." God can do that for you. If you're really tired and you just need some time to just sit back and just woosah, He can do that for you. For me, as you guys saw in the beginning of the video, it was going to the beach and letting the waves just drown out all the noise of life and all the noise of everything going around me. I would be able to just have that time to just really sit down and think about the more positive things going on in life. And there's something about the waves and the water and just the scenery that really gets my mind in a state of peace. And whenever I want to find rest with God and just really study His scriptures and pray to Him and really have discussions with Him about life, it may be doing something like I'm doing right now, sitting at home alone in my apartment, all cozy with my iPad, reading my Bible app, got a nice candle lit with my cute little Cookie Monster slippers on, and just chilling, really finding that quiet time. So I know some of that might be hard for some of you guys who may have a lot of people in your house, or you may not have that place where you can go to right now. But I do encourage you, maybe even if it's just making a sacrifice and getting up in the middle of the night while everybody's sleeping and just taking 15-20 minutes of your time and just say, you know what, I need to sit down and pray, I need to read the scriptures so that I can have that sense of peace and have that rest that I really need to make it through this next year, even to make it through the day, So I do have some more scriptures that I'm going to link in the description box that discuss rest, and I do encourage you guys to find that rest and to make sure you're not, while we're doing this new year, make sure you're not taking on too many things that cause stress if you can avoid that, so that you'll be able to get your blood pressure stabilized and get your mental health and your physical health in order, and then everything else will fall into place. And just let God be sovereign over that. Let Him guide you in how you should do that And He will find ways for you because, like I said before, He can do anything. Don't try to do it without Him. So anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and you guys take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.